Hey everybody. Today we draw. But first I'm going to do some warm-ups. So let's pull up a new canvas. And I'll be doing warm-ups until, people start rolling in, and then after that, then we'll start getting to actual what I have planned for the night. Gonna be it's gonna be another low talking, just chilling out and drawing stream. Nice. Oh yeah, we're not on Twitch. You can say poggers here without getting banned. No, don't even joke about that shit on my stream. But why? I think most people do. Guess who I just drew right here? No. I've been on a huge New Gods kick from DC Comics lately, and Darkseid's always been like my favorite comic book villain. So expect something with that soon. Well, maybe not always, because the Omega sanction. No, the line under that makes sense. Anyways, I think that's just enough dicking around. Time to actually move on to the plans for tonight. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to egg a pose. While I don't actually draw a lot of eggs when I egg a pose, that's how I learned the term, because basically what you do is you take a pose you created yourself, and it's critically important that you created it yourself in a 3D modeling program, or in this case, just the poser of an adult entertainment game that I have. And then you just use that to block out the pose. But here's the thing, never copy contours, because you'll never learn if you're copying contours. This is about practicing. Yeah, you don't do that. I was starting to fill it in, because when I do, I normally fill in as I work. But you just go for the shapes. And here's a secret. All the professionals that you see out there made bank, they do even more copying of the actual contours than I'm going to be teaching you here, because you never learn if you copy contours. I always fill in the details while I'm sketching, so it messes me up. But yeah, you do that, you get this. You lower that down, and now that's your blocking sketch. It's your first layer of blocking sketch. And then you start coming in and you do things. And like I said, you always use a 3D model that you posed yourself. A bubble method, I think, is another word for it, yeah. I learned it as egging. And egging is funnier because egg. You don't ever want to turn into, I believe his name is Kevin Lang, an artist who is famous for just drawing, for basically just racing porn for superhero pictures. Maybe I got his name wrong. I hope I didn't misname someone else who's in the industry and isn't. Greg Land. Oh, okay, thank you. I was close. Nope, deleter, you're making the head too big again. Gotta get small. Stop making heads too big. There you go. This isn't a chibi. This is going to be like a standard proportion picture of a dumb cat that you love. I don't. Well, I apologize to him. I don't apologize to Greg Landry getting his name wrong because I'm not a fan of his work. Even before I knew that he was tracing, I always thought his art felt off. But then again, I grew up with a big old stack of Jack Kirby comics, which kind of explains a lot about my own. Yeah, that's what Papa Panda was into. He was big into what was it? He didn't have a whole lot of the the Forever People stuff. He had a little bit of that, but it was the stuff with Jimmy Olsen. Oh, no. You're not drawing yourself, you're drawing a pink cat. But yeah, when I'm not actively nerfing myself to show off for a crowd, this is how I construct my compositions for anything that I do. Ooh, I have an idea. Get rid of the feet because those won't be needed. So what's new with all of y'all? Wait, this is the front view. I can get away with this. Yeah, I think that's the way it is for everyone right now. Or at least everyone who has jobs. Nice, nice. Who you eating out? of sucks. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to do one a week. Right now I'm cycling through doing fan art for all of the lovely pink ladies who inspired me to start streaming. First it was Iron Mouse, then it was Mori Calliope, now it's Neanners. Next time it's going to be Fairy Ichika. After that I'm probably going to do Iron Mouse again because the first picture I did I was so nervous I half-assed the job. And she deserves better than that. Then after that's probably going to be Pipkin Pippa. And then finally after that I'll start doing other stuff than just other VTuber fan art. This is not just going to be Neanners, but Neanners in a racing swimsuit coming up out of a cup of milk because, well, I'm a fan of her work and I know what jokes she likes. And then just the racing swimsuit's just my own thing. Oh, thank you very much. I'm a red panda. It goes racing swimsuit, then it goes itty bitty black micro bikini, and then it goes to other stuff after that. Her humor is an acquired taste at best, so I've just been a fan for a very long time, and it's one of those things where she's never done anything to make me not like her, even if I'm not as big of a fan of the day-to-day stuff. But every once in a while she can just make me fall apart laughing, like with the when she reacted to the Cold Steel videos. I just fell apart laughing. One of those things where I kind of wish that I hadn't seen it till after I started VTubing so I could share it with, just share my natural reaction with you all. Just died laughing at that. Like, I had trouble breathing at one point. Okay, the blocking sketch is done. Let's get to the first real detail sketch. Oh, actually that was the blocking sketch and the first detail together, and this is the second detailed sketch. Where I come in with proper brush, proper inking brush. Though there are some VTubers beyond just the pink girls that inspired me that I do also want to do some fan art for. some smaller indies and even some larger indies, but yeah, like I want to do something for Commissar Azuria. I want to do something for Girl DM. Definitely something for Numi. Then of course there's the people over at Thigh High's TV and some of them that I want to draw things for as well. Yeah, this is a messy ass shit show, but just what you gotta do. Save often. Hello, lizard. You're late. Yes, and I'm glad that you're here. Glad everyone's here. Oops, wrong tool. No. Good luck. Not too much to ask. Please hit the like button on your way out. Going by a lot faster than I expected it to, but that's also because I haven't drawn on stream while also egging a pose, but I did egg the pose, so that went by a lot faster than floundering with a pose like I normally do and hoping I get lucky. E. With just blur. Do the other arm first. Wow, you got it. Nice, nice, nice. I'm so fucking glad that me drawing is inspiring you to draw. Not gonna lie, one of the reasons why I don't draw a lot of, why I don't watch a lot of drawing streams is specifically because it makes me feel bad for not drawing at that moment. Instead of inspiring me to draw, it just kind of brings up the, why aren't you drawing right now? Why are you wasting your time watching an anime girl draw when you could be drawing for yourself? That's so cool. So what was it like having friends in high school? The closest I had was people who tolerated me because I owned all of the D&D books. There were a few friends that I have that I'd actually consider friends, but they were so few and far between, and we shared so few actual interests beyond the fact that we just knew each other since kindergarten. Oof. Okay, that's bad, but if you're doing better now, I'm happy for you. So I'm going to tell you a little something about how horrible it was being a little panda back when I grew up. It's not systemic or anything like that, it's just my situation. I did not have good high school years. And that's because I hesitate to call him my brother, but he was my parents' other child. I mean, by all biological standards, he is my brother, but I hesitate to call him my brother because I despise him with a passion. High school's where it got really bad because in high school, he was a drug-addled lunatic. I don't know if you know anything, but there are not that many drugs that interact well with the physiology of a red panda. And he was just a garbage person. And yeah, well, I was incredibly poor, so I didn't have the internet funny box. But every time I kind of developed some friends, the person that shared the same house as me and lived in the room next door would do things like bribe one of his friends with illegal substances to beat up my friends so they would stop being my friend. And it happened just frequently enough to really screw my life up. Yeah, it wasn't until after I got out of high school that I even got internet access at home. And once that happened, though, I was kind of hooked. My actual I did have a computer at home, though. Didn't have internet on it, and it was 10 years out of date. But I did have my own computer. I used it to write Pokemon fan fiction and play roguelikes. Yeah, I'm actually kind of... My mom lives near him, and because he moved off to another side of the country taking his kids with him, because he has kids. And my mom, after my dad died, wanted to be around her grandkids. So she left to go near him, and now he's treating her like garbage. Yeah, I think the half-lidded eyes work better. But I do not want them droopy. And they are way off center. So let's do this, do this. A little bit. Now it's time for, well, I need background again, but time for proper inks because I got a little sloppy there, so might as well just come in again and do another pass. Do some more details first. Got that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, yes. I usually do remember to save, but I got all caught up talking about my horrible, horrible teenage years and, well, most of my childhood. Thank y'all for listening to me babbling about how woe is me, how bad I had it. Put a second bell on there. Oh, thank you so much. Now it's time for proper inking. Actually, hydration back. Sorry. I drank too much at once. Let's go thick on this one. Let's do some chunky lines here. I do genuinely enjoy thick lines, but I know other people like thinner lines, so that's why I try to draw them more. But as I've talked about, if you go back and look at, well, one of my favorite artists, Jack Kirby, if you go look at his art, you'll notice that he does very thick, chunky lines, and Dad's collection of his comics is why I fell in love with art in the first place. Specifically, Dad having almost his entire run on, I do not remember the name of it, but it was the Superman comic that was Jimmy Olsen and Superman together, where they were fighting cosmic horrors, and, well, they were fighting the new gods. Dad had those. Dad also had just some straight up Superman comics. And he also had a full run of Wonder Woman stuff. And I later found out that, well, the term didn't exist back then. Dad waifu'd Wonder Woman so hard. The worst part was finding a Wonder Woman costume and all of his stuff that was sized for my mother. After he passed away and I was digging through all of his stuff. Yeah, that was... In retrospect, it's actually kind of hilarious, but it's not something I wanted to learn in that week after he died, but before his funeral. Wow, I've only been going at it for an hour. Her, that's what she said. What? Okay, I gotta redraw hands. Fun fact, hands are incredibly hard to draw. I don't think I did bad with these, but I'm pretty sure I can do better. I want to see if I can. So you can give hand jobs? Wait, what? I didn't say that. I would say so, Panda. Prometheus did do us dirty. Speaking of that, enjoy. That is a problem. They have different sizes. Oh, I believe you. I know how bad hands can get. Me. Draws. Constantly. Types. Almost constantly. Actually, lately I've been typing more than drawing because I've been saving my drawing energy for streams, even though I do have some other stuff I want to get done. Oh, I know what I gotta do. First come here, save this, back here. Neanders is a huge fan of Final Fantasy XIV. So. And like everyone with a taste, one of her favorite characters is Stola Rule, so... And Stola Rule is the cat. Oh, rhythm games, oof. Please no Endwalker spoilers. I am very slow at playing and I am bad at games. I actually have not even finished Stormblood yet. I won't be streaming Final Fantasy 14, sadly, because, well, one, I don't want to be swarmed in-game. Not that that would really happen, but eventually it might if I ever, you know, get lucky. And more importantly, I also don't want to associate I get a little bit of anxiety before streaming every single time I stream. I enjoy doing it and I want to do it, but I get a little anxiety beforehand. I don't want to associate that to 14. Because when I do have the energy to play, it is relaxing. Except doing trials. I am really, really bad at trials. I also play healer, so. And from what I hear, that's basically hard mode if you've never really done MMOs before. And my experience with MMOs is a little bit of Final Fantasy XI, and then a little bit of even less WoW. In both situations I played healers. Something similar to that is why I stopped playing Final Fantasy XI, actually. My Link Shell was doing the Bahamut raid. The entire Link Shell was doing the Bahamut raid, and we were just grinding it out over a weekend. And I lost an entire 4-day weekend to it. Oh, hello, Zeno-kun official. I do not know a Zeno-kun in... I know a Zenos, but I don't know a Zeno. I do know a Zeno, Z-E-N-O. He's a little weird-headed thing that is a active mocking of its fan base. But I don't know Zeno-kun. But hello. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. But I'm back. I'm drawing, so the stories are intermittent at best this time. If you want me to be a bit more talkative, it'll probably have to wait till Tuesday when I stream again after this. I'll try to keep that in mind. Sorry. We'll talk about it again eventually. It was triggered because I went and pulled up the Azorian alphabet so I could put that on the swimsuit. I had mentioned that Neanders is a huge fan of Final Fantasy XIV, and one of her favorite characters is Jola because she has good taste, and everyone who has good taste loves Jola. Jola rule. And then, of course, some people here did the wrong thing and called her mommy. I didn't chastise them, but I know she would. Honestly, she is more like a cool aunt. Well, what I assume a cool aunt would be like. It's more about her attitude than it is about her character design, to be honest. She's like the only grown-up mindset out of a group of just blithering idiots, all carrying the group of main characters of Final Fantasy XIV are Juan Fantasia, also known as the Warrior of Light, which is the canon version of the main character, who is punch dumb. All he knows how to do is punch things. There is Mr. Death Flags, the charming, handsome, roguish rapscallion who it is just, if you know anything about narrative tropes, he should be dead by now, but he's not. There's the hot girl that sits in the office and does nothing else, though occasionally she does just pop up and say, hey, did you know she fucked a dragon? Oh, the other mature guy, though he's a little less mature because he's a complete chuny, and that is the Secret Thought who works in the library. Well, okay, for 1.0, yes. After 1.0, like 2.0, well, even a bit in 2.0, to be honest, A Realm Reborn is a damn fine game on its own, and if anyone tells you to skip it, punch them in the dick. If they don't have a dick, give them one and punch them in it. But it's not the best the game has to offer. Literally, as soon as you get to 2.1, the game goes from being, okay, this is good, to being, holy shit, I love this game. and by the time you and throughout the expansions for 2 for patch for Realm Reborn, the game goes from, okay, I kind of like this setting, to holy shit, I love these fucking characters. Hey, there is... Final Fantasy 13 is great if you just want to turn your brain off, run down a hallway, and look at Lightning's ass, because Lightning is one of the sexiest character designs they've come up with in a while, even if he technically is just Femme Cloud with pink hair. She's definitely the second most attractive female that Tetsuya Nomura has designed for the franchise. Honestly, it's a little more engaging than menu-based combat if you're not trying. Menu-based combat can either be incredibly boring or just this mind-numbing puzzle. And I mean mind-numbing as in, holy shit, I'm thinking so much my brain is going numb. And it all depends on if you're playing the power curve or not. If you grind, you're going to turn the menu-based combat into just mashing A for success. If you don't grind, you are constantly treating every fight as a powerful like it becomes a puzzle game, a resource management puzzle, but a puzzle game. Yeah, sorry about the slow mode, but I don't... Oh yeah, Momodi. Momodi's fucking adorable. I love Momodi. Though I started in Gridania, so... But for me, it's Mother Minyoe. Probably mispronounced that. Don't really care. Tataru is great. Honestly, all of the canned potatoes are great. Oh, receptionist. When you said receptionist, I thought you were talking about the innkeeper in at the inn in Old Daw. Or not the innkeeper, but the owner of the inn in Old Daw. Can't wait till you get to the point where Totaro tries to get herself a class. Well, yeah, class. They get turned into jobs when you get your crystal. I'm not gonna say any more details about it because spoilers, and I'm pretty sensitive to spoilers. So, but that eventually happens at some point, and it is amazing. Well, amazing isn't the right word, but I found it so hilarious. Also, anyone who is playing, I do recommend that you do the Blue Mage quest. Even if you never actually plan on leveling Blue Mage. It's just kind of fun. Like legitimate fun. Oh, for me. Sorry, I didn't want you hearing me coughing and whatnot. Oh, thank you. It would be. I put real effort into those. And effort is hard. You're right, but it's worth it. Given how long it's taken me to ink this and how much I'm actually effort I'm putting into this, we might end up coloring this next week, and I'll just be stretching out my drawing because I don't think I'll be able to get these colors done tonight because I tend to lose my steam at around 2 hours. Thank you for reminding me about the ahoge, which is not to be confused with an ahagao. I'll make you wear both at once. Wait, what? Yes, and if I was more technically literate, I would show you an ahagao right now, but... Oh, you were talking about how it's bobbling. Oh. Cutting my head off, cutting my head off. Oh. It's not like I ever use those. Oh, God. Knowing my luck, that's what's going to happen eventually. When it's my time to go, it's going to happen midstream. You're just going to hear a thunk. The model's going to spaz out, and then it's just going to be silence, and it's going to just keep going and going and going. I wonder if after streaming I should just not color correct my line work here and just post this with all of the weird colors that I used to keep track of where I was at as the whip. Because I will be posting this to Twitter. Close and personal. I like Thocky keyboards. Neck is still. Hide that entire issue. More milk. Let's get your head out of the gutter. This is just milk. Don't ask why it's thick. It's just milk. It's sweetened condensed milk. Exactly, Schleb. I want to put something in the background, but I don't know what. I'll probably just think about it before next stream. Oh, the next drawing stream, because the next actual stream is going to be more Chrono Trigger, because I do want to finish that. I don't say this to throw shade at anybody, but I really dislike it when a streamer will like stream a game and then they'll just like get like a third of the way through and then they just drop it. Like, I get burning out and not wanting to finish stuff, but I don't know, it's just, yeah, I've been streaming in Chrono Trigger. If you look on my website, not my website, my channel, you'll see that I have like 3 or 4 streams for it. I'm just slowly going through the game. It is my second most favorite video game of all time, after all. And if I'm trying to be at all objective, I do think it is an actually better game than my favorite game, but my favorite game has so much emotion to it that I can't not have it be. Like, it's just too important to me personally. That's Final Fantasy IV. It was the first game I ever owned. Not the first I ever played, but the first game that I ever owned. And I will be streaming that one eventually after I finish Chrono Trigger and Crosscode. I'll be doing the I'll be streaming the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV. Well, that's not the one that my nostalgia belongs to. It is the one that I would say it is the best iteration of the game. It's actually kind of funny. I own a PSP version of Chrono Trigger, of Final Fantasy IV. I don't actually own a PSP. So we'll be doing it, I mean, emulation is perfectly, it's just, still. Some people don't understand that. It's the hosting and sharing of the ROM files that's illegal. And even then, that's actually kind of a legal gray area that hasn't been supported in court yet. The sharing of ROM files that you own the actual game to. Nice, nice, nice. I'm playing the original SNES version as well for stream, because again, that's the game that I own an actual physical cart of. Wow. 0.5 floppies. I wouldn't say it's the best version. I do have some problems with it. Personally, the fact that Frog's speech patterns, which I adore, by the way, I love the way Frog talks in the game, isn't shared by anyone else of his time frame. That's actually my biggest complaint about the Woolsey translation there. And knowing how he went through, how fast he did that translation, I'm actually amazed as much of it. I'm actually surprised. Did I say afraid? I'm surprised how much of it is good, given the fact that he did what is typically a 6-month job in 3 alone on a job that would normally be like 3 or 4 people working for half a year. He did it alone in 3. But that's also why some of the translations are just feel like a lot of the renaming feels willy-nilly at times. Like, why is Grand Leon called Masmune? Stuff like that. I need to draw Isla at some point. I mean, literally too, if you actually get one of the endings. I forgot which ending it was, but in one of the endings, you find out that she's been in the early stages of pregnancy the entire time she was in your party. They don't spell it out so clearly, but it's pretty simple to understand. So we are using her to kick Black Tyranno's butt. She just got preggers. Personally, I like to think it happened specifically in the time skip while you were away killing Magus. You know what? I think I'm good with the line art. Oh, actually, let's just see what it looks like if I do turn it all black. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that's ready to start coloring, but we'll have to wait to do that till next week. Had a lot of fun tonight, and I don't think I'm going to push myself any longer, an hour to 45. It's not a full 2 hours, but it was a good run. So I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. And I look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday when we play either Crosscode or Chrono Trigger. Probably Chrono Trigger, I'm further in that game. And then on Thursday should be the next drawing stream. I was going to stream... My sleeping pattern has been a nightmare. I was going to stream last Thursday. I was going to stream drawing last Thursday, but that didn't happen because sleep is a heck. So yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday. Got to do the spiel now. So on your way out, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in a week. Or no, 3 or 4 days? Anyway, bye-bye. Oops, I forgot to say it. Oh, sangria!